I wanted to take a quick minute to show you the importance of asking the people who are actually getting the work done, what do you need, instead of going into disaster relief areas and telling them what they need. So when the flood happened, I was up in Fort Worth, but my family and my friends were in Houston. And I started to say, how can I help? And we ended up making this very functional marketplace website and repurposed it for disaster relief with the help of Houston Northwest Church and also other Houston community leaders. The first thing I did was I had joined already this group, 4,000 members based in Austin, really awesome group, and we were helping connect people over Facebook who had a boat or a Sea-Doo or a jet ski with people who are still trapped on their roofs or even in their attics. And we're helping make sure that when 911 was overloaded with phone calls, that people are getting the help they needed. Once all the lives were accounted for and people were safe, I asked them, well, now what can I do from Fort Worth? Because we had already connected people, and basically all we were doing was sending supplies down. So they connected me with this really cool church. This church was flooded, but they were still just out there helping people with their homes. And this church said, what we need to do is help get homes mucked out or get them mudded out. So here's just a Google map of volunteers and then also a home. It was a pretty big deal, and it just wasn't organized well enough. You can see here, all these blue things, these are all just volunteers. So these are people volunteering online to say, I'll help. And the red thing, well, that's someone who actually needs help, and it's not listing enough information. It's a home that needs help, the name, a number, the address, and it's just not enough. So you can see here, lots of volunteers, but the homes need more information. So I worked with this church, and they said, let's work on the information that we need. So we built this marketplace website and repurposed it. Here you can see the map of just homes. So here we've got volunteers and homes, and we changed it to make sure that it would just be homes. So just homes that need help. You can see right here in this neighborhood are a bunch that was flooded, and we made it so that you could search based on the home and what they needed. So let's say people need debris removed still from their home. These are the people who need that. Let's say people need drywall cut out and mildew treatment. So these are the homes that need that. Really enjoyed making this with them. We made it so that people could log in with Facebook so that it would actually be legitimate people logging in and people wouldn't be able to waste your time as easily. So I just logged in with my Facebook, and I'll show you kind of what we did. So remember, our problem was people were listing homes, just name, number, where they live, and it wasn't enough information for the teams going out. Churches like this were sending out teams pretty much from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and they needed to make sure that the teams were not wasting their time. So when I click, I need help, it's going to give me a chance to fill this out. I can name it, I can give a description, a date. So now the important things, the home is safe. No one's going to get electrocuted because the authorities have come through and made sure that the power lines, everything's safe. Exactly what you need help with, because there are different stages. There's like 8 stages, but they can all be condensed into these 3. So let's say all the furniture's out. Now you need help cutting out the drywall, the baseboards, and treating for mildew. The teams were really excited to add this feature. How big is the home? 1,500 square feet, or is it 3,000? When you click the size of the home, the homeowner might not know why they're doing that, but they're doing that so that the team going knows how many people to bring, so that we're not wasting anyone in the race to get these homes mudded out so that they don't have to be destroyed due to black mold. Then they can also list, here's when I'll be there today, because the last thing you want is a team of 10 people showing up to a home and then finding it locked. So we got that accomplished too. And then also, homeowners don't realize, but if there's still standing water in your home and not just puddles or nothing, then the home's not ready to be mudded out and cleaned. We made the phone number optional, but it's really important because it lets us get to people quickly. And we also had to put a disclaimer in there because we're just volunteers and we wanted to make sure nobody got in trouble just by trying to be a good neighbor. People put in their location, and then it basically throws them in there and it gets them the help they need. It lets them comment, interact on Facebook, share it on Twitter. And I just want to thank this church. I want to thank this awesome group called Strengthen Neighbors because they helped me get connected with this church. And we were basically able to take a Google map that was helping get information out there. And we were able to basically make the information a lot better and more functional. And I just want to say one more time, thanks to this church, and they're still working hard. They said there's about 2 more weeks left to get these homes mudded out. And if these homes aren't mudded out, then they're going to have to be torn down.